Good morning, one and all. Today we will discuss Doppler effect. So, this Doppler effect of sound is a special effect. So, this is the apparent change in frequency heard by the observer due to the relative motion between the observer and the source of sound is called the Doppler effect. So the condition is the relative motion between the observer and the source of sound. Observer means listener, the sound listener, and the source of sound is relative motion. ఓకే, ఒకటి కంటే ఒకదానికంటే ఇంకొకటి ఎక్కువ ఉన్నట్లయితే దాన్ని రిలేటివ్ అని చెప్పేసి అంటాం. సో రిలేటివ్ మోషన్ బిట్వీన్ అబ్జర్వర్ అండ్ ద సోర్స్, దెన్ ద observer heard the frequency, apparent change in frequency is called the Doppler effect. Okay, so for example, when the listener is stand on the railway platform, when train is coming towards the listener, okay, so what happens? The intensity of sound is increases. He observed intensity of sound is increases. When the train is leaving from the railway platform, it is moving away from the railway platform. Observer, okay, he heard, he observed the sound is decreases. So this is the Doppler effect. Actually, the frequency of sound of railway horn, a train horn, it is not changed, but it is heard the change in the frequency, the change in the intensity, change of sound due to the relative motion between the observer and the source. Okay. So this is observed in first time Christian Doppler in 1842. Okay, Christian Doppler in 1842. So then it is called the Doppler effect. So now in this Doppler effect, two cases are there. So first one, source is at rest, observer in motion, observer in motion. Second one, source in motion, source is in motion, observer in rest. Okay, so these are the two cases. So first one we are consider case 1. So when observer is in rest, source is in motion, source is in motion. Okay, so here I am taking a diagram. So for example, he is a observer, so feel like observer. He is also an observer only one observer is there. The source of sound, so this is the source is moving towards here. The waves are like is come towards, and here again it moves like here. Okay, so these are moves from here to here. Let us consider sound is S, observer, or it is also called the listener, is O. So here velocity of observer. So what is the velocity of observer? VO equals to 0. Okay, so velocity of sound source is taken as Vs. Okay, now observer is constant, source of sound is in moving with velocity Vs towards the observer. Okay, the source of sound moving towards the observer. So this is the condition. Source of sound, the source of sound is moving towards the observer. So then the distance traveled by the source in time period capital T equals to, okay, distance equals to time period into Vs. Okay, Vs is the source of velocity of sound into time equals to the distance traveled, some distance is traveled. Now, so when the successive compressions and rarefactions are the successive compressions and rarefactions are drawn closer to observer. Okay, so when it is moves, so here the source is moves, what happens? The air particles or rarefactions and compressions come closer. So then here come closer to the observer. So then apparent wavelength, the apparent wavelength, apparent wavelength lambda dash equals to lambda minus Vs into T. Okay, here actual wavelength of sound is lambda. Okay, the distance traveled by that source is T into Vs. So then the apparent wavelength of source is lambda dash equals to lambda minus Vs into T. So from this equation, lambda dash equals to lambda minus Vs into T equals to, so T is nothing but the time period. Okay, time period is nothing but divided by frequency. So it is also written as frequency, because since the reciprocal of time period equals to frequency. Okay, frequency equals to 1 by T equals to 1 by mu. That implies lambda dash equals to, so LCM is mu lambda mu minus Vs. Okay, lambda dash equals to lambda into mu equals to V. Okay, so it is velocity V minus Vs divided by mu. Okay, since here lambda into mu equals to V. So now lambda dash is nothing but, so from this equation lambda equals to V by mu, or lambda dash equals to V by mu dash equals to V minus Vs by mu. So we want to apparent frequency. This is reciprocal, this is taken reciprocal. So mu dash by V equals to mu by V minus Vs. Okay, it is not V into S, it is V subscription S. Okay, so then mu dash equals to V by V minus Vs divided by mu. So this is the apparent frequency of the source, listener by the source. So here mu dash equals to V by V minus Vs into mu. So this is equation number 1. The equation is explained that V by V minus Vs is nothing but the denominator term is less than above numerator term. So then the apparent frequency is increases. Then from the above equation, the apparent frequency is greater than actual frequency. And here in second case, Okay, the source is the sound of source. Sound of source is away from the observer. So then apparent frequency mu dash equals to, okay, mu dash equals to, so the equation is V by V plus Vs into mu. So this is the apparent frequency. So when the observer is at a constant, the sound of source is away from the observer. It is moves away from the observer. Okay, apparent frequency is decreases here. Then it is lesser or less than the actual frequency. So this is the observer is at rest position, it at constant position. The source is moves towards this observer and away from the observer. Towards the observer, apparent frequency mu dash equals to V by V minus Vs into mu. Mu is the actual frequency, Vs velocity of source, V is the velocity of sound in air. Okay, V is the velocity of sound in air. So when the observer is at constant, the source is moves away from the observer, apparent frequency mu dash equals to V by V plus Vs into mu. So in this position, the apparent frequency is less than the actual frequency. Now case 2, source is in rest, observer in motion. Okay, now so we will consider the source is rest. That means, so for example, ట్రైను రైల్వే ప్లాట్ఫామ్ పైన ఆగి ఉంది. అబ్జర్వర్ ఈజ్ కమింగ్ టువర్డ్స్ ది ట్రైన్ from certain distance, and again the observer is moving away from the train. So this is the case 2. So in case 2, so this is source, so here observer. Okay, so the observer is moving towards and again outwards. First of all, the observer is moving towards the source. Source is nothing but sound is producing. The observer is moving with velocity v0. Okay, so source of sound, here source of sound is in rest. The observer is moving towards the source with velocity v0. So with velocity v0, the distance traveled here the distance traveled by observer in 1 second equals to v naught. So then the number of extra waves received by the observer equals to v naught by lambda. Okay, so when the observer moves towards the source, what happens? It consists certain velocity, then it received extra waves. The observer ear is received extra waves, then the number of extra waves received by the observer equals to v naught by lambda. So then the apparent frequency heard by observer equals to mu dash equals to mu plus extra waves v naught by lambda. Okay, from that equation mu dash equals to mu plus v naught by lambda is nothing but v by mu. So here v by mu. Since here mu lambda equals to v. Okay, mu lambda equals to v, lambda equals to v by mu. So from this equation mu dash equals to mu plus, this mu is taken numerator, v naught mu by v. Okay, mu is take common here, mu dash equals to mu into 1 plus v naught by v. Okay, so from this equation here mu dash equals to v plus v naught by v into mu. So this is the apparent frequency heard by observer when observer is moving towards the source. So moving towards the source, the apparent frequency is greater than actual frequency, because v plus v naught numerator term is greater than denominator term, so v. So then the apparent frequency here, is greater than actual frequency. Here when the observer is moving away from the source, the apparent frequency so what is the equation? Mu dash equals to V minus VO divided by V into mu. So the apparent frequency is lesser. The apparent frequency is less than actual frequency. Okay, so this is about two cases: when the observer is in motion, source is at rest; when observer is in rest, source is in motion. Okay, so now one definition is there: Doppler shift. Doppler shift is nothing but the difference between apparent frequency and actual frequency is called Doppler shift. The difference between apparent frequency comma actual frequency of source is known as Doppler shift. Okay, Doppler shift delta mu equals to mu dash minus mu. So this is the Doppler shift. Okay, this is about Doppler effect two cases and Doppler shift. Okay, thank you.